What is going on? It is October 11th, 2025. It's approximately 8:35 a.m. on that eastern side. But we done flipped them poles, so it might be western, but I don't know. I'm D'Amica, and it's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. Yes, baby, yes. I hope y'all ready for this journey, right? Let's take this journey together. Let me take a sip of my tea. All right. So you guys already know. Shout out to the Eagles. I don't know what happened during that game with the Giants, but we're going to pick it back up. Okay. Okay. So I'm also the author of hashtag Reverse the Negative. Yup, that's my book. I'm D'Amica. Don't worry about the last name. D'Amica Thomas. And then this is me. D'Amica, that's me. It's me. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and read another random thought. If you would like to listen to any of the poems or the haikus that I've already read, then you can go ahead and check out one of my other transmissions. Or if you want to hear any of the other stories, go ahead and check out the other transmissions. All right. So let's see. The last one that we read was called Dinner is Served. All right. This one is called It's Okay to Rebuild. And these was just random thoughts I was having. Making mistakes is better than faking perfection. Your true value is not in what you do. Your value is in how you do it. You are the CEO of your life, so hire, fire, and promote as you see fit. Some were mistakenly hired. It's okay to rebuild, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to welcome in these energies. Okay, beloveds, let's welcome in these energies and these life forms. Let me go ahead and open up this back door real quick. Give me a sec. It's a little nippy out. It's a little nip out there. A little nippy nip. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get this incense going. We like to take this time to welcome in any and all energy in life form. Any spirits and energies that are welcoming themselves to tell the truth. No lies are welcome here. You already know that. Come with your truth and in your truest forms. Okay? No lies welcome here. We welcome you. We thank you to the ancestors, the guides, the spirits. We thank you to the universe and all deities, deities, gods, goddesses, anybody that's willing to come on through and share their truth. Ashe. All right. Let's get into it. So we're going to go ahead and start off with some community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. Remember, whichever the first portal or first tier that comes out is how the storyline is going to be based. Let's get into it. Hopefully you all are having an amazing journey, right? Hopefully you're making it your journey. You're not making it anyone else's journey but your own, okay? It's okay to take those breaks, and it's also okay to rebuild. Sometimes you have to see how you're missed out there in the world, or see how you're implementing your truth out in the world, okay? Your authenticity. What's really happening out in the world? All right, so let's get into it. Let's get to the bottom of things here. Nothing there. Let's see what's going on. So we got the CIA. All right, we got the CIA that's coming out first. First here is the CIA. All right, second tier is going to be tarot. Tarot and shamanism. Okay, so we got tarot, a set of playing cards, fortune telling, divination, 15th century, Italian roots, Europe, major and minor, assigned archetypes, weaponized, taken for a joke, now who's laughing? Okay? Shamanism involves a practitioner, typically a shaman, okay, altered states of consciousness in a trance state, direct spirits into the physical world for healing. Historians, archaeologists, philosophers, okay, divination, they aid human beings, and they are psychologists. So could the CIA have been working with shamans and also been dipping into tarot? Let's get into it. All right. Most dreaded British royals may have been working with the CIA. Stick with the storyline. Pivotal moments in Asian history. So pivotal moments in Asian history could be involved with the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, okay? Portal number 5. Don't go seeking for glory. It'll find you. Okay? We got Southern bootleggers. Okay? Hollywood's darkest friendships. Well, you know how they say out there in Hollywood or Hollyweird that the CIA actually controls them? I don't know though. That's what they saying out there. I don't know. All right, we got Arkansas part 5 and part 3. So Arkansas, this has something to do with sundown towns, okay? Stinnett died from strangulation as a result of a botched hanging 15 minutes after it began. 1909 could be relevant. Harrison 2 race riots, 1905 and 1909. Harrison 2 race riots, again, white mob broke into local jail to kidnap 2 black prisoners. Whipped and threatened. Drove them outside the city. Could the CIA been involved with that? All right. We got Great Charter. Is the Magna Carta signed by King John of England in 1215? It establishes fundamentals inspired founding fathers of the U.S. It is an agreement to settle a political crisis between the king and his rebellious barons. Symbolic assertions of individual rights against an oppressive government. Could the CIA be involved in that? Develops satellite technology. All right, so we got WRO focuses on creating and acquiring the world's most advanced and resilient space-based intelligence assets, systems they can see and hear and sense threats globally. And don't worry, we'll look up what a couple of these mean, okay? So the CIA is using satellite technology. From dictator to martyr. Ooh. Gatekeepers. Are the CIA, those members of the CIA, are they gatekeepers? Okay, I'm here in Virginia. So we do know that Abigail Spanberger, well, she used to work for the CIA, correct? That's what it says in the ads that we keep continuously having to see here in Virginia. Her and the I am speaking, her and that lady. Yeah. So gatekeepers. Could the CIA be gatekeepers? Gatekeepers are supposed to represent spiritual vigilance and discernment, spiritual boundary markers, protectors. This is what they're supposed to represent. Protectors protect what is anointed and valuable. They are guardians. They guide worship. They are in high honor, and they ensure only those who meet requirements can have access to sacred spaces. Or could the CIA be working against gatekeepers? You know, gatekeepers on this realm have a different definition and meaning, right? It's like they turned it around. They keep you from the sacred spaces, right? They guide you into manipulation, right? Not worship. All right. right. So CIA, what's going on with this? Maybe they're using tarot divinations to keep people from their sacred spaces, right? Maybe they're using shamanism to keep you from going through that gate. Let's get into it. And this is community helper number 13, emotion, entity, or legal law. So we got background checks are lies. So the CIA could be doing background checks on individuals, but lying about it maybe, right? Maybe those of us that are doing background checks on the CIA, maybe we're lying, right? Maybe the background checks that were done on you are lies, right? Okay. So, most dreaded British royals. Let's tap into that quite quickly. Most dreaded British royals. Okay, and this, again, this has something involving the CIA. Remember, just follow the storyline. The British monarchy has seen its share of royals who have left a lasting impact on history. While some have been remembered for their contributions to the nations, others have been infamous for their tyrannical rule and actions. Here are some of the most dreaded British royals based on historical records and public perception. All right, so we got King John, known for heavy taxation. Richard III, his reign is associated with the mysterious disappearance of his young nephews, the Prince in the Tower, and his defeat at the Battle of Bosworth Field. Okay. So King John, heavy taxation, failed military campaigns, and signing the Magna Carta. Okay. Mary I, known as Bloody Mary, damn, she was a fanatic Catholic who sought to restore England to the Roman Church, burning over 280 religious dissenters during her reign. Ooh, these royals have left a significant mark on British history, and their actions continue to be studied and debated by historians and the public alike. So, could the CIA have been involved with this? Right. Each nation has their own CIA, Central Intelligence Agency. Oh, okay. All right, so we got pivotal moments in Asian history. Let's look that up. Pivotal moments in Asian history. All right. So there were 15 pivotal moments in Asian history, culture, war, and major events. Let's see. Let's go here really quick. So you got the Opium War and Vietnam War, changed the continent and the world's history. Oh, my bad. Asian countries have faced massive protests and tragic massacres that left lasting marks on their histories, okay? So let's see. You got the Opium War, the Sino-Japanese War, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Iranian Revolution of 1979, just to name a few, okay? The Quit India movement, the Indian Revolt of 1857, and the Great Boxer Rebellion, just to name a few. I'm going to put this all in the description box so you all can do your own history research, right, and learn these things. But could these pivotal moments have something to do with the CIA, right? Well, what is the CIA, right? What is that? Central Intelligence Agency, okay? We're going to go to Wikipedia. The Central Intelligence Agency is a civilian foreign intelligence service of the federal government of the United States tasked with advancing national security through collecting and analyzing intelligence from around the world and conducting covert operations. Whoa. Well, what does covert operations mean? or undercover operation is a military or police operation involving a covert agent or troops acting under an assumed cover to conceal the identity of the party responsible. So could these pivotal moments in Asian history been a covert operation? I don't know. Let the cards do what it's going to do. Let the cards do what it's going to do. Let these portals open up. You should have your notebook and your pens. I hope y'all do, because you have to be taking your own notes in life, correct? All right, so let's see. Don't go seeking for glory, it'll find you. Well, Southern bootleggers. What is that about? Southern bootleggers. Remember, we pulled this out on Portal 6. Southern bootleggers, okay? Well, what are those? And could the CIA be involved? Well, I'm looking at what looked like a skull and bone emblem. You know how they got the bones like this? And then it looked like a tape recorder or something is over top of it. Let's get into it. But there's some regional flavor to it. As historian Alex Saif Cummings explains, bootlegging is bound up in the mythology of an iconic Southern industry and pastime, NASCAR racing, as the sport originated among Southerners who souped up their cars to move illicit booze and evade law enforcement. Moonshine is one of them. Anybody out there ever try moonshine? Yeah. You got to be a strong individual to get through some moonshine out there. All right, so Southern bootleggers could definitely be involved with the CIA and how they were transporting the illicit booze in order to invade or evade law enforcement. Give me a second, let me fix my stool. Don't worry, I'm gonna invest in a new chair one of these days. I kind of like this chair though. It reminds me to sit your body up. Sit your body up. Stop slouching. You dig? Stop slouching. All right, so we got Southern bootleggers. We got Hollywood's darkest friendships. Okay, so those of you that are in Hollywood, then you probably know of some dark friendships out there. But what could this be in reference to, and how could it be connected with the CIA? Right? So let's get into it. Hollywood's darkest friendship. I hope you guys have a relationship with your algorithm out there, right? Whether you're using your little black mirror, the black screen, the cell phone, whatever we want to call it, right? Or whether you're using your laptop, your computer, whatever devices you're using, I hope you're making them your friend, right? Create the algorithm that you would love. All right, so we got what? So we got Debrat. Debrat and Mariah Carey is the first two pictures I seen that came up here. All right, but we got Hollywood's darkest friendships. All right, so let's get into it. I'm also looking at Mark Wahlberg, Justin Bieber, what's your name again? Mel Gibson and Kanye West, okay? Even amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, the line between light and darkness often blurs. Some of the industry's brightest stars have found themselves entangled with individuals whose true natures were far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The allure of fame and trust can sometimes hide shocking secrets, making these relationships all the more intriguing and disturbing. When these hidden truths come to light, they not only shake the foundations of celebrity circles, but also captivate and horrify the world at large. So I'm just going to name a few pairs. We got Winona Ryder and Kim Fowley, Lindsay Lohan, Victor Bout, Paris Hilton and Joe Francis, Johnny Depp and Hunter S. Thompson. Let's see. Mark Wahlberg and Scott Ruffalo, Britney Spears and Sam Luffy, Leonardo DiCaprio and Lucas Haas, Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton, Robert Downey Jr. and James Frey, and one more is Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton. All right. They got Chris Brown and Floyd Mayweather up here too as well. I'm gonna put that in the description so you all can do your own reading. That's coming from History Collection. Okay, that came from History Collection. All right. So Hollywood's dark secrets and friendships hold some dark secrets. Okay, the CIA could very well be involved in that. So if we go back to the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA is responsible for coordinating all human intelligence activities in the IC. All right. It has been instrumental in establishing intelligence services in many countries and has provided support to many foreign organizations. The CIA exerts foreign political influence through its paramilitary operations units, including its Special Activities Center. What's that? Special Activities Center is the center of the United States Central Intelligence Agency responsible for covert operations. The unit was named Special Activities Division, SAD. You know how they like their acronyms now. Prior to a 2015 reorganization. All right. Virginia. The CIA was formed September 18, 1947, which was 78 years ago. George Bush Center for Intelligence is in Langley, Virginia. Oh man, y'all gotta get into this. I love it. I love it. All right, so then we also have Arkansas up here. We got the Great Charter up here. I know that has something to do with the British and the Royals and things like that. It is the Magna Carta signed by King John. We went over King John a little bit, remember? The CIA, what is WRO? Because remember it says they developed satellite technology. But the WRO, if you know what those acronyms mean, put it in the comments. Okay, so it has a lot of meanings. I'm going to put CIA. Withhold release orders. Focuses on creating and acquiring the world's most advanced. No, that ain't it. Department of Labor. All right, so WRO. Withhold release orders. Department of Labor. Information are issued by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection to detain goods that may have been made with forced labor or other unethical labor practices. These orders will allow CBP to block imports into the United States. This don't have, let's see, WRO satellite technology. Has something to do with robo mission. Robo mission? To help young people develop their creativity and problem-solving skills in a fun and engaging way by organizing robotics competition. Oh, that sounds more like it. Resilient space-based intelligent asset systems that they can see and hear and sense threats globally. Satellites at work. Robotal 2.1. Okay. Okay. Then we get from dictator to martyr. We got gatekeepers, and we got background checks or lies. So from dictator to martyr. Let's look up what that means real quick. From dictator to martyr. Okay, so this is the shocking fall of Julius Caesar. From dictator to martyr. Well, what is a dictator and then what is a martyr? Let's do that real quick. Dictator meaning, for those of you all that don't know what a dictator is, like me, I know what it is, but I don't know the correct meaning. Dictator, a ruler with total power over a country, typically one who has obtained control by force. Ooh. In ancient Rome, a chief magistrate with absolute power appointed in an emergency. A person who behaves in an autocratic way. Ooh wee. All right, so we got dictator there. Now let's get martyr. What does a martyr mean, right? A person who was killed or made to suffer because of their religious or other beliefs. Ooh, child. So let's get back to Julius Caesar is an example of from dictator to martyr. It has a lot to do with the rise of a Roman powerhouse, okay? Oh. Triumphs and ambitions crossing the Rubicon, the dictator for life. So in the heart of ancient Rome, ambition and unrest brewed beneath the marble columns of the Senate. Julius Caesar, a brilliant general and political mastermind, rose from the chaos, seizing unmatched power as dictator. Yet his swift ascent ignited fear and envy among allies and enemies alike. The city simmered with betrayal, conspiracies, and dreams of lost freedom. What could drive Rome's most powerful man to become its most famous martyr? The answer lies in the events that forever reshaped history and echoed through the centuries to come. So we're talking about the fateful day, okay? The Ides of March. We're talking about Et tu, Brute, betrayal from within. Marcus Junius Brutus, a man he regarded almost as his son. Ooh wee. All right. So could the CIA be involved in that? Even though it says the CIA was established in whatever year they said, what they say, 1947. They named it the CIA, and it was named something else prior to the CIA. You best believe that. You understand what I'm saying? All right, so we got background checks or lies, and we also have gatekeepers up here. So that's our 13 community helpers, emotions, entities, and legal laws. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have these available for you all, for all of us, right? And the reference. Okay, so let's get these up, and then we're going to tap into some more tiers. We're going to go ahead and open up some family members, Zodiacs, star systems, solar systems, planes, constellations. We're also going to open up music, see what the music is talking about nowadays. All right, thank you to the community helpers that came on out. But always remember that it started off with the first tier. The storyline is based on the CIA. Okay? So, let's get some family on out here. We're also going to do universal laws, yes, no, maybe. I have 4 beautiful male cats, right? And you would think that I would love to have my altar set up to where all of my cards are where it should be placed. And I also share this space with my son as well, my 13-year-old son. So I put all of these cards, these portals away. Because my cats be over here trying to do tarot divinations with the portals. Alright, so let's get some family members on out. We got to broaden up this family member deck. Can you trust them though? Family, oh my goodness. Mom energy just shot on out there, okay? So could this mom energy have been working with the CIA? The mom energy is supposed to represent a nurturing energy, healing, balance, wholeness, trust, off with their heads, vulnerable, support, protection, intuitive guidance, right? Could that mom energy been working with the CIA? Let's get to the bottom of the family. You have a karmic dad energy. So could your mom and your dad been working with the CIA? The karmic dad is your guide to jail or death. They have no wisdom, right? Their masculine energy is imbalanced. They're a coward. They're weak. They have long-term hate towards you. They're not protective, and they are going to steer you in the wrong direction. If you have that type of energy in your atmosphere, get away from it. Do not allow that energy. They come in with the fake money, the fake laughs, the fake hugs, and the whole time they talking about you, probably saying you crazy and can't take care of yourself. All right, so then we also have, oh my goodness, your mom again. Your mom is here again. Somebody's mom is off the chain working with the CIA maybe. We got a karmic brother. And you know we only going to pull out 4 family members. So you have a brother that's working with the CIA as well. Follow the storyline, okay? Karmic brothers are weak. They're abusive. They have no spiritual beliefs. They lie. They can backdoor you. They are chaotic and confused. They are typically a masculine energy that has been compromised. All right, darkness is recycled through them, and they have typically been sexually abused. Oh, that ain't gonna fly. Hold up. Another amazing thing about sharing a device with others is we gotta make sure this job joker stay charged up. I gotta get me a new charger cord for this laptop. All right, so that's the karmic brother. That's your 4 family members that could be working with the CIA, could be getting ready to get questioned by the CIA, could have been paid by the CIA. We don't know, right? Use your discernment, follow the storyline. It's happening in someone's life. Okay. So now, let's get these zodiacs out. We're also going to pull out the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. And of course, I already mentioned that we're going to pull out some music and see how the music is speaking, singing, and what kind of rhythm is out there in the atmosphere with the music, the universal language of everything. All right, Zodiacs, come on over here, baby. Sheesh, come on, get through there. They like, no, don't shuffle me up. Your tail getting shuffled today. Don't do it. No. Let's get to the bottom of it. What we got? We got Neptune that came on out. All right, Neptune energy represents dreams, intuition, spirituality, illusions, enhances spiritual sensitivity, and can help dissolve negative thought patterns. Okay, because the CIA been using the plane of Neptune to elude and come into your dreams, right, to affect your spirituality and your intuition or enhance it. We got the crescent moon, okay? New ideas, you're learning new things. Focus on the crescent moon. During the crescent moon, you should be focusing on new ideas and learning new things. We got earth signs that came on out. Could these earth signs been working with the CIA, or are they being attacked by the CIA? We don't know. We got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Stay grounded, all right? You bring us down to earth, you earth signs. You're very loyal. You're very realistic. You're associated with solidity and stability, but you can be materialistic. Organizations like the CIA, they like when folks are materialistic, right? Balsamic moon. You're moving on. You're looking forward to the new, okay? Sirius star system is in the building. Could the CIA be affecting the... Could the CIA be working with those from the Sirius star system? Right? Or could they be attacking those from the Sirius star system? Remember, gatekeepers. Dog star, wisdom, guidance, Sirian star seeds, high dimensional knowledge, place of advanced souls, connect to ancient cultures, spiritual growth. We got fire signs coming out, baby. We got your fire signs out here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Could fire signs be working with the CIA, or could they be attacked by the CIA? Could they be being surveilled by the CIA? You got temperamental. You're temperamental, adventurous, stable. You're self-aware. You have immense energy, passion. You're loyal, you're creative, and you are transformative. Transformers. Robots in disguise. Robots in disguise. All right, autumnal equinox, which is what we're in now, around September 23rd is when it started, reminds us to be mindful, okay? Right? Balance, renewal, gratitude for duality, joy and sorrow. Could the CIA have been working a little magic with them warlocks and them Jezebels to be affecting people in the autumnal equinox? Right? Or could they just be surveilling you? All right? It's the harmony between light and dark. Recalibrate routines, pause and reflect. Inner work is rewarded, release and transformation. We got Venus. Venus came on out saying focus on your spiritual growth. You are love, you are beauty, you are harmony, you are creativity, you have values, you are a divine feminine, you embrace your divine feminine, okay? You men out there, some of y'all need to embrace it a little bit more. And us women out here, we need to stop being so much in the masculine. Deep emotional connections are here. Could the CIA be warning you of that? Be afraid of you receiving these deep emotional connections, or are they amplifying it so that you can go towards these connections? I don't know. Supernova. Powerful transformation is here. Profound spiritual awakening, release of energy for growth and change, moment of crisis leading to a new beginning, power of creation and destruction. You are awesome. You are the supernova that the CIA is concerned about. Or the CIA is watching others, right? About to approach others because you are the supernova and you are to be protected by all costs. Who knows? That was your 9 for your zodiac, star systems, planes, solar systems. That was amazing. And remember, if you need to pause this video, right, go take a deep breath, go outside, go ground your feet in some grass, go do a couple of jumps with the jump rope, go stretch real quick, make sure you got your notebook and your pens, then you need to do that. You know what I mean? A lot of this energy that is coming in and out, especially during this read, it could be a lot for a lot of entities to handle. If this is your type of content that you like to be involved in, bye. You shouldn't have been here the moment you saw me come on the screen, right? Because I think by now you know what type of content I'm bringing, right? So if this is not for you, by all means, beloved, you should go. You should go. Yeah. Okay, so we got music here. We got some music that we're going to listen to. And remember yesterday's transmission, we left off with, why y'all so scared of Beyonce and her husband? Why? Why be afraid of anyone? I don't know. What's going on? I don't know. But we finna see what's going on out here with the music. What is the music going to tell us today? Alright, we're going to get to the bottom of things. We got Nothing there. Remember, it's involving the CIA. You are your own manager, okay? You don't need no one to manage you. You're your own manager. I don't know the right paperwork and the right lingo and terms that go on over there in the music industry or in any industry at all. You're your own manager, right? You should be able to sign yourself. You should be able to represent for yourself. You are the creator, right? Not the artist. You are the creator. All right, so you're your own manager. All right, could the CIA be an enemy? Spare the sympathy. My enemy. We got Imagine Dragons and JID up here. All right, we got 2 songs coming up with 2 artists. We got Her by Ordinary Tone. All right, and then we also have Middle Child by J. Cole. Okay. So this brings me back to, okay, remember the family that came out? So if we got Her, then this could very well be revolving around a female or a male. Just stick with the storyline, right? And then you got the middle child, right? Could the middle child, may it be your brother, right? May it be your brother or your sister? Could they be involved with working with the CIA? Oh, well, her husband came on out. Could Jay-Z be working with the CIA? I don't know. Or could they be looking at Jay-Z? Why y'all so scared of him, though? Or it? Why y'all so scared of it? Portal number 5. The music is saying, was I used in a satanic cult? Right? The music is asking the CIA this, right? Was I used in a satanic? And it feels like it's not a question, right? It's coming in a question form. Was I used in a satanic cult? But it's really to be funny, like, you know what it is. You got mermaids love music. Mermaids love music. They do. Could the CIA be trying to stop the mermaids from singing to you? From communicating with you, with us. Pretty young thing. PYT is up here. CIA focused on a pretty young thing. And the crew. By Goldlink. So the CIA is focused on a pretty young thing and her crew. PYT. TLC. Could Michael Jackson have been working with the CIA? Could Goldlink be working with the CIA? You know, it's all the ways you could think about this. Right? Did the CIA target these individuals? Right? This artist must go now. Ooh, wee. Talking about the CIA. Because you know we all actors and actresses out here. Which role you want me to play? Come on now. And I don't really have too many roles that I play. I really don't. But I do. You all should. Okay, so portal number 9 from the music is going to be this here. The water carries vibrations too. And this brings us back to the mermaids loving music, okay? The water carries vibrations too. And with all the underground tunnel systems and everything that's happening, could they be hearing the vibrations of experiments that may be happening? The water carry vibration too. You dig what I'm saying? Let's finish this out. This is portal 9. Let's do 13 of these. We got champions and buy you a drink, right? The CIA know that you're champions, right? Talking about, can I buy you a drink? You better not drink that job joking drink. We got Kanye, Gucci, Big Sean, and T-Pain. Could be targeted by the CIA. Could be working with the CIA. Could know of someone being targeted. Read before you sign. Yeah, don't sign shit. Excuse me. Don't sign nothing. Read. Read. I gotta take that into consideration myself. Bring more education into what's pertained in my life. Because that signature, oh my goodness. We don't realize what we're doing and what I'm learning with that signature. Man. We don't know how important that signature is, do we? We got never scared. Read before you sign. You ain't never scared. But are you stunting like your daddy? So that's Bone Crusher, and you got Lil Wayne. Okay, could they be working with the CIA? Could they be targeted by the CIA? Could they know of someone working with the CIA or being targeted by the CIA? We got portal number 13 coming on now. I can't. I can't with the CIA. I can't just sit and talk and do this rap. This is Otonio on Spotify. This is a great artist, creator right here. Otonio or Ordinary Tone. He's on Spotify. Conscious creator, conscious rapper. Love his music. I can't just sit and talk. That joint crank. I can't with y'all CIA. I can't. Trying to figure it out. Y'all trying to figure us out. Ooh, child, y'all done came out. Goodness, 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 goodness. Alright, so that was the music. We're going to go ahead and pull out some ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put this back in. We're going to go ahead and pull some out, though, beloveds. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's get to the bottom of things. We're going to pull 4 out. We got the letter R and Q. The letter R and the letter Q out here. If you know what those letters represent, comment below. If your name begins with an R or a Q, comment below. Someone whose names begin with an R or a Q. Or you might have an R or a Q in your name. Might be targeted, or you're working with the CIA. We got W and we got a V. Same thing. Could be targeted or working. Comment below if your name begins with a W or a V. We got 10, right? And the letter J. October or December. Law and divine order. Spiritual completion. Jesus, Jews, judgment, justice, joy, jewel, beard of Osiris, power of a speech, divine power, fire in hands. And then we also have a C and a D. Comment below if your name begins with a C or a D, or if you got a C or a D in your name. Are you working with the CIA or are you being targeted? So that's our 4 of the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s that we pulled out today. All right, we're going to go ahead and tap into the universal laws, and then we're going to do yes, no, maybes. Now with the yes, no, maybe questions, that gives you an opportunity to ask yourself out loud, if you can, a question that you want to ask, and allow the portals, the cards, to give you your answer to assist you in your final answer, right? None of this is telling you how to move in your life. It's a guide, right? It's information being given to you through A special person, a special entity, a supreme being. All right. Put a lot of clothes in there today. Ooh. All right, so we got universal laws. We're going to pull 13 of these bad boys on out, and then we're going to get the yes, no, maybe questions out. When the yes, no, maybe questions come in, you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to hold it, and then you're going to release before you ask yourself that question. I'm going to guide you through that as well. Babies, my little hand's so little. This why I'm learning how to try to learn how to do it like the other tarot readers. They be like clack, 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 clack. My little hands won't do it, not just yet. All right, so let's get to the bottom of the universal laws, right? And it's still pertaining to the CIA. That's the whole storyline. Spiritual jail. All right, so we got spiritual jail out here. That's confinement, restriction, feelings of inadequacy, being stuck in an unhappy situation, and you're not authentic to yourself. All right, so maybe being targeted by the CIA will have you in spiritual jail. Maybe they are creating a spiritual jail to make you feel like you're stuck. A lot of energy manipulation. Right? You know, these scientists and engineers done concoct up some damn machines and stuff to really manipulate your energy out here. So they've gone a step further than these witches and warlocks out here, okay? They done messed around with the science. They learning though. So we got the equator that came out, right? The equator is representing balance, right? Harmony in nature, right? Equalizes day and night. The perfect equilibrium of light and darkness. And that's non-negotiable. The equator is here restoring balance with this whole CIA situation. Non-negotiables are, they guide us on journey of faith. They train us to be consistent between inside and outside of self. Stay focused on God's will and purpose even when in hardship, okay? No, I don't do the religions. I study them, but I don't attach to any of them. Divine bloodlines are here. Divine bloodlines are being attacked by the CIA. You got some bloodlines that are working with the CIA. Our lineage provides us with a foundational energy. It guides us towards higher purpose, connecting us with the past. Blood type influences personality, your strengths, and even your spiritual gifts. Natural disasters are here. Okay? Divine guidance, transformation, awakening call, reminder to live in alignment with true purpose, right? Wait a second, let me move this stuff on over here. Move this stuff on over here. O positive bloodline came on out. Protectors. All right. Strong grounding energy. Unshakable force. Natural protectors. Defensive magic. Empowers. Aura of safety. Guardians. Affect energy around them. Okay. It's giving me in this situation, right? So far, we're only on portal 6, that the CIA is in some heavy judgment right now. They're in spiritual jail, and everyone that works for them, right? What is good or bad, I don't know, but we know what's righteous and what's not, right? Natural disasters are headed your way, right? For affecting these divine bloodlines, in particular an O positive bloodline, and that's non-negotiable. The equator, Ma'at, is backing it up. All right? Because they have not made anyone cry intentionally or with harm. But you have, okay? Or that's a law that you need to implement in your life. Not making someone cry intentionally, especially with harm. We are shattering all illusions, okay? We're shattering all illusions. That's a big no now. The wheel of fortune is granted. The wheel of fortune is granted. There's luck, there's destiny, there's change. Open hearts and minds to the power of the universe. Trust the path of spiritual growth and wisdom will be revealed, okay? CIA, have you assaulted anyone or animals? We haven't. We got an A negative empath out here. Now you could have the O positive that could be working with the CIA bloodline. A negative bloodline could be working with the CIA or could be targeted by the CIA. A negative, you're an empath. You have the ability to sense, feel, and understand beyond the physical realm. You're the strongest during the full moon. You into dream magic and water magic, okay? I don't know about that. You can pick up on emotions and premonitions. Let's see, dream magic. I don't know, y'all. That don't even sound right to me. Dream magic. I had a really, really bad experience with entities coming into my dreams and basically trying to take my soul, take me, take my soul, my knowledge, right? Attacking me. I woke up with scratches and stuff all over me and stuff, and it could have been me having to do my inner work as well. But I'm telling you, it's specific entities that have entered my dreams consistently, right? To mirror my thoughts, mirror my manifestations, and leave me with their shit. Excuse me. So dream magic. The user is able to use magic that affects and influences dreams. They can enter the dreams of others, influence and control them, and can even bring objects and beings from their dreams into the real world. Come on now, A negative empath. I'm going to make sure that's in the description box. Now we're going to do water magic. So this A negative empath could very well be working with the CIA. We got water magic. The user is able to perform a legendary form of magic that allows the user to cast magical spells and feats through water. Water magic draws on the depths of the oceans and tides as well as through rivers. Okay? That's going to be in the description as well. We got inheritance here. So they were using this dream magic and water magic to take your inheritance. They know that you have the wheel of fortune that was granted, and they know that you're shattering all illusions. You are the natural disaster, okay? But you're heavily protected. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're heavily, heavily, heavily protected. Your inheritance, okay? Imperishable, undefiled, unfading. It's a passing down of assets, properties, or rights from one generation to another, okay? And that's non-negotiable. That's non-negotiable. That was your 13 portal. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. All right, so now we're getting ready to tap into the yes, no, maybe questions. All right, so go ahead and take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. All right, prepare to ask yourself that first question. If you can, say it out loud. Say it loud and proud. Say it with your chest, knuckle. Say it out loud and say it proud. If you can. Especially if you're in a car. Ooh, that's the best time to just to just, if you're in a car by yourself, man, that's the best time to just yell out anything to the universe. What you want, what you desire, what you don't want, what you don't desire. What kind of changes you want to happen. Oh, man, you just got to screaming that shit out loud. I'm free! All right, ask yourself that question. Here's your answer. You got a maybe. If you would like, you can ask yourself that same question again. Time for the second question. Take a deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Ask that question. Okay, here's your answer. You control your destiny. Write that down. Write that down. I control my destiny. Put that in a comment. I control my destiny. You do, beloved. That's the scariest part about that's the scariest part about this journey. I'm trying to tell you, once you figure out everything else, when you're crossing over and you're ascending, you're waking up, you then realize that it's you battling you. Some of us always been in a battle with ourselves. But then when you come out in the real world, once you've awakened, you're like, oh, you got this different type of aura about you, this different type of confidence, but you're still not realizing that the ultimate battle is you, the ego. Ooh, that joint ain't right. Go ahead, take that deep breath in. Hold it. Release. Go ahead and ask that question, beloved. Here's your answer. Go ahead and put that in a comment. I control my thoughts. You control your thoughts. Not me, not anything or anyone else. You. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. All right. Let's go ahead and get this bell rung and let these energies go on back to their avatars wherever they came from. Remember, this whole storyline was based on the CIA. All right. Based on the CIA. So, we rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source level consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever was sent to me, and then it's sent back to its source, because I am sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that I may have agreed to while I was being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut and they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. We are sovereign. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Say that in increments of 3, 6, or 9 in order to make your manifestation, your dream, or your vision come alive. Say that or any prayer or any mantra. Say it with your chest 3 times. 3, 6, or 9, babies. All right, let's ring that bell and let's get them on out of here. Much love to y'all. All right, thank you. All energies, you must go. If you are not of my energy, of thy energy, you are to go. You are not to leave any negative energy or any negative forms behind. You are not to attack anyone that is within this transmission. Or anyone. You should just be focusing on yourself All right, Ashe. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially much darkness.